Welcome once again to my YouTube channel School of Automation. Today we will discuss and learn about a very latest and trending topic, that is effectively use of Java 8 Stream API concept with live automation practical example using Selenium use cases. As we all know, in Java 8, Java team introduced so many things like stream, different functional interfaces, filter method, map, and Lambda expression. So today we'll see and do live practical exercise, and we'll see about how effectively we can use stream API concept with Selenium. This is a Maven project I have created for today's session, and here in this pom.xml file I have added dependencies related to Selenium and testng. Example 1, we will use this demo site, and we have to confirm and verify the label of all these tabs using stream API. And this is a sample script for example first. So here I have created a sample script so that we can save our time, and in this I am launching this demo site and then extracting and fetching this web element with the help of this locator. All these menus I am locating and storing into a list. So now after this, let me perform operation using Java Stream API so that we can validate the labels available on all these tabs. So for that, with the help of this list of all tabs, because stream function we can call only for collections objects only. So here I have created, so here I have called stream method, and now I am calling ForEach, and here I am writing the Lambda expression. So first operation we will perform, that is we are fetching the text of element and then printing on the console, and after that we have to validate either the current iteration level available on this expected list or not. So let me copy this here, and after that I will check like if this list contains current iteration text, then I am storing into a boolean result object, and now I am checking like assert dot true, and then I am providing this result variable. It means with the help of this small piece of code, this web element list iterate, and one by one it will fetch the text, and then it will check the fetched text in this expected list, is it available or not, and then finally we are asserting true. So let me execute this code for you. Now you will see Chrome will launch and navigate to this demo site, and then it will fetch all the web element text, and then finally close the web browser. Yeah, it's executed, and here in the console you can see it printed all the labels available on tabs, and as well as assert all those available. Here I am intentionally doing some changes. I am adding 1 2 3. So let's see whether it's catching or not. So now let me execute this again, and now you will see Chrome will again launch and navigate to this demo site. Yep. And now this time first it's printed, and then here you will see assertion fail and expected true, but actually it's getting false, right? So now let's see the example 2, and before that let me explain the scenario first. And for example 2 we will use this source lab demo site, and let me first log in so that I can explain the scenario first, then we will see the practical part. So in this example 2 we will fetch all the images src link, and then we'll check how many are broken, and I will say either all url of src working or not, means properly image displayed or not. So now let me open this example too, and again I have created a sample script in order to save our time. And in this script I am launching the source lab demo site, and I am just login with the help of providing username and password and then clicking on login button. And then with the help of this image tag I am fetching all the available element and storing into this list of web element. And now from here let me first count the all web element where src equal to null, src attribute equal to null. And for just filtering, let me add one condition here with the help of this lambda expression. And here we are getting src attribute of all the web elements and then comparing with null. If some src attribute having null value, those we are filtering and removing from this stream. And then finally we are checking the count, and this count method will return float value, so we have to store in a float variable. And now let me assert this count. This count should be 0, then only we can say our test is passed. So this is done. With the help of this one line we can validate out of these available image which are null. So now let me execute this, and again it will launch the Chrome and then navigate to this source lab demo site. And yeah, it's launched and it's now it will log in. Yeah, and here you will see your test is passed. It means there is no web element src having null value, and here you can see count is also matched. Now we will validate the src url, whether this src url is available or not, means accessible or not, or returning a broken image. So for that let me copy this src value first, and let me mark it duplicate, and here I am providing that src value, and here I am just and pressing the enter button, and you can see this src image url is accessible, and here you can see image also, right? So now the same thing we will try to achieve using stream api. And again with the help of this collection object, let me call stream api, and then we will add filter. Filter means now we will iterate those element which not having null value, correct? So let me add lambda expression here, get attribute, and attribute value is src, and then I'm saying not equal to blank value, right? And then with the help of for each loop and for each method we will iterate one by one and then validate the src link accessible or not. And here again I am writing one regular expression so that we can validate. And here first I am printing the src object, or I will say src value, with the help of this out.println method. And then there is a small piece of code that will validate this value. So this is the small piece of code and I'm just copy pasting here. And before printing, let me store this into variable, string type of variable, src value, right? And then this src value we have to provide here, correct? And now with the help of these small utility methods, we will validate either this accessible or not. And actually in this we are just creating http url connection, and then we are trying to connect this src url. And if this src url returning 200 response, then we are saying it's working as expected. And with the help of this assert true method, we are validating, right? So now let me execute this piece of code. And again it will launch Chrome. And now it will try to log in. And now you will see it will fetch all the src. Yeah, and here in the console you can see this is the first image url, and it's returning 200, second 200, like so on. For all these links of src, it's returning 200. It means we can say these images are displayed on the ui properly.